It said there was a young architect called Talati, and Talati was working in Philadelphia in USA. He was working in a leading architectural firm of Louis Kahn. When he was coming back to India and he was leaving Philadelphia, Mr. Kahn went around to his table and asked him, "My dear boy, when you go back to India, what are you going to do?" He said that, "I don't know." Mr. Kahn told him, "When you get back and you start your career, it is like being on a platform of a railway station. There will be many trains. And please don't get into a train which is crowded, where everybody is getting in because everybody is choosing that train. Don't get into the other train which may be empty and you think that you will get a space there. That's why you get into that train. Please choose the train with your destination in mind and don't jump into the train just because people are jumping into one train and the other train is just empty." So I think at the beginning of your career it is extremely critical to choose the right train where your destination is really worked out by you and that's where you want to be. Mr. Narishan also said that architecture students are always different. In the afternoon, 2 o'clock, I am giving a talk, but I saw in this schedule that you also have some special lectures post-afternoon. But the talk which I am going to give is completely lateral and nothing to do actually with architecture. It is to do with society, it is to do with people. I always feel architects and people have to be the doctors of the society. Today we are really facing issues with the society. And for being part of the society, I think we need to be very good human beings. So let me read out one story. How many of you know of Titanic? Titanic? Very few too. You have not seen the movie Titanic? The famous movie Titanic, the sinking Titanic ship. How many of you know about the real story of how Titanic ship sunk and what had happened that time? Let me read out. This is not my reading, this is been moving on WhatsApp, and if you have read it earlier, my apologies. There were 3 ships which were nearby when Titanic sunk. And there are 3 ships nearby when the Titanic was sinking. One of them was known as Samson. It was 7 miles away, only 7 miles away from Titanic. And they saw the white flares signaling danger. But because the crew had been hunting seals illegally, did not want to be caught, they turned and went on the opposite direction away from Titanic. This ship represents many people like us who are so busy looking inward at our own lives that we cannot recognize when someone else is in need. The next ship was Californian. This ship was only 14 miles away from Titanic, but they were surrounded by ice fields, and the captain looked out and saw the white flares. But because the conditions weren't favorable and it was dark, he decided to go back to bed and wait until morning. The crew tried to convince themselves that nothing was happening. This ship represents those of us who often say, "I can't do anything now. The conditions aren't right for it." So we wait until conditions are perfect before going out. We are never going to get perfect conditions. I think if you want to excel in life, and the institute's name is Excel, then you have to come through hard conditions and literally walk through them to success. The last ship was Carpathia. This ship was actually headed in an opposite direction, 58 miles away. The first one was 7 miles, second one was 14 miles, and the third one was 58 miles away. from the Titanic, when they heard the distress cries over the radio, the captain of the ship knelt down, prayed for the direction, turned the ship around, and went full steam ahead through the ice fields. This was the ship that saved the 705 survivors of Titanic. What is the analogy? Obstacles and reasons to avoid responsibility shall always be there. But those who accept it always find a place in the hearts of the world, always to be remembered for of good they do. I really wish that more of us could be Capitalians in life, unlike the Samsonians and Californian. This world could be more beautiful place to live in. Thank you.